this album. Welcome back to Melly Loves Death Metal. I've got a fun little vinyl collection update for you guys today, but what we're listening to is Fester Decay, Reality Rotten to the Core, Everlasting Spew, 2023. Yeah, so it's been out for almost 2 years now. Some nice carcass worshipping gore grind here. As you can tell, band is from Japan, I believe. Yeah, they're from Japan. That sounds about right. Yeah, so collection update. Excuse the mess behind me. This is all like packaging stuff. I've been selling off a lot of things, a lot of duplicates in my collection once again, and so I've got like boxes and shit all over the place. So hopefully you guys had a great holiday weekend. It was a holiday here in the U.S. This seems loud. I'm going to just turn it down just a tiny bit. I don't know if it's that loud, but yeah. It was a holiday in the weekend. This weekend here in the U.S. it was Labor Day, so I was off work yesterday and chose not to record a video and just hang out and have a lazy-ass day. So my son turned 10, which is crazy, so we celebrated his birthday this weekend. Pool party, a bunch of people, food by the pool, drinks, everything. So it was a really, really great weekend. So like I said, I have a vinyl collection update today, but before I get started, the new site is going really well. Thank you guys for all the positive feedback. I've gotten several orders through there, so that makes me happy. T-shirts are still $10 right now on there. I'm uploading the rest of the merchandise today on there, like mugs and stickers and stuff like that, that I haven't put up yet, but T-shirts are still $10. You can get this awesome Mark Riddick print. If you don't like the full blast on your, on the front of your T-shirt, you just like a smaller image. I've had these, and these are really nice quality. I wear this shirt all the time. It's probably one of my favorite shirts. So, yeah, link in the description or in the comments, wherever I will put it. And, yeah, so thanks for that. Let's go ahead and get started. So, this is actually, I showed off this album already when it first came out in cassette tape, but I did actually have the vinyl ordered as well because I preferred to have this on vinyl, and this is Pew Trescent with their newest full-length album, Darkness Embraced, on Rotted Life Records. And this is a death metal band out of the U.S. This is their first full-length album. They had an EP that came out back in 2023 called Inhuman Infestation that was so, so good. And now they have a new album out. This actually came out back in June. So it's been out for a couple months now. But like I said, it originally just came out on cassette tape, but now the vinyls are out. So I did actually get rid of my cassette tape because I don't need a cassette and a vinyl. I'm not that kind of a collector unless it's like a band that I absolutely love. Which, not to say I don't love this band, but like, if I'm like collecting like all of their formats and stuff like that, then that's how I usually do that. So here is the album artwork, and if you're looking for this, I think US distros might have already gotten these before, or not US distros, European and over there, over on the other side of the world, distros might already have these in their store before all of the postal services over there decided to stop sending stuff to the US because of something in the tariffs that no longer exists and whatever else. I don't know. I'm not going to get into the details of that. But yeah, so if you're looking for this and you're not in the U.S., you might have gotten lucky. They might already be over there. I'm not too sure. Rotted Life probably sent them. Like, I know that he does like trade and stuff like that. But yeah, they might be over there. The U.S. is still sending to the western side of the world and down under, but it's just postal services over there not sending to us because of the tariff stuff that's put in place. So I don't know, there's a whole like loophole, and if they want to use like private services that are way more expensive, they can, and like all this stuff, like you can just Google it and read about it. But anyway, here's the front, here's the back. I like the orange and yellow theme of this. A really nice glossy printed inner sheet. Here's the band right here. The artwork is done by, well, of course it's not like right there. I thought it would be. It's not. Oh, here it is. Stuart Cole did this artwork. I like it. It's a really cool painting. It's got a lot going on too. There's a lot of little Easter eggs in this painting. If you look closely, you can find certain things. So yeah, this came in 2 color variants, classic black, and then this one, which I chose this one because I thought it went well with the album cover. You cannot see in my camera the marbling in this. It's got like this really cool like wave marbling. If I put it up to the light, you can see it, but the camera is not capturing it. Also, it looks yellow on camera. This is definitely orange. So it's crazy how the camera changes the colors of that. So yeah, so this is, like I said, 2 different colors. Bandcamp, Ride of Life Records has their own website as well. This is a really, really good album and heavy as hell. They lean, they can borderline lean into brutal death metal at times. I know they're just a straight up death metal band with a lot of like modern sound to it, but they pay homage to a lot of the like older school death metal too. Like you can tell their influences that they have within their music, but this album is very good. Definitely going to be one of the best to come out this year in terms of death metal. So don't sleep on this. I think you'll really, really enjoy it. So just phenomenal album. I really love their logo too. It's a gnarly ass logo. Also, super nice poly bag. I don't Ride of Life change their poly bags, like just little nitpicky things. But yeah, it's their debut, and it's just phenomenal. I need to write a review on this. I'm gonna write a couple of reviews this week. This will probably be one of them. So yeah, good stuff. This album is so nasty. Holy shit. I don't know if you can hear it anymore, but it's so nasty. All right, so the next one is a Redefining Darkness release, which I feel like I have not talked about them nearly as much as I normally had in the past, but this is the new album from Throne. That Who Sat Upon Him Was Death. This is a melodic blackened death metal band out of the US, and Gurgling Gore just pressed the cassette tape version of this, so if you're looking for a cassette, you'd rather have that, Gurgling Gore, but if you want to have, I believe, the CD and a vinyl, Redefining Darkness also has this out. So this is phenomenal. Their first album, Pestilent Dawn, came out in 2021, probably before I started recording videos, so I don't think I've ever talked about them on here, but that was a phenomenal full-length album. I believe that also get reissued on cassette tape. I can't remember. But yeah, this is officially one of the best albums to come out this year, hands down. I'm obsessed with this. This is so good. It has, yes, it's very melodic at times, but the blackened elements in here with the death metal just goes so well. And it's not like your standard blackened death metal album, if you know what I mean. They've got their own sound, and again, that melodicism adds a layer to this that just makes it so good. So underrated album this year. I think a lot of people are going to sleep on this, and I really hope you don't, because this is simply phenomenal. I've been playing this a ton ever since it came out back in March, and I finally bit the bullet and bought the record after I saw Gurgling Gore picked up the cassette tape. I was like, you know what, that's vinyl worthy for me, but I might buy a couple cassettes and do giveaways with it, because I want more people to have this album in their collection. And it's crushingly heavy, very dark at times, but it's, again, that melodic element to it. It makes it just so like riffage and very good. I love the vocal style on here, just at times the black metal elements that come in. It's just a very perfect blend of black metal and death metal together. And I don't feel like I don't say that very often. So that's the jacket, the printed inner sleeve here. Here is the band. It's a very tough looking band there. They've got their leather vest with no t-shirts underneath. And then colored, yes, there is classic black as well, but since the blue was the theme, I got the nice blue colored record there. There's a Redefining Darkness stickers on both sides. So phenomenal album. Really, seriously, you gotta check this out. Also, it's got the stupid, I hate that. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of this poly bag because it's got this sticky, like, I hate that shit. I'll change it, but here's the hype sticker. I'll save the hype sticker. And it says, what does this say? Throne's second full-length LP is a blackened death metal juggernaut that will surely make this Michigan quartet one to watch for. For fans of Belphegor, I I guess Belphegor is probably a good. Hate Eternal, Vital Remains. Yeah, those are pretty good for fans of. If you're into those bands, you'll enjoy this. So yeah, just thrown, simply phenomenal. Well, now that I ruined this, I'll still put it in the jacket. But again, I hate those. I know a lot of people use the ceiling jackets or whatever the hell these are called. Poly sleeves. There we go. Because it doesn't get dust and stuff like that. But I absolutely hate opening and closing these every single time I go to play a record, and it like gets stuck on the jacket when you're sliding it out, and just I understand why people use them. They're just not for me. I hate them. So anyway, that was thrown. That who sat upon him was death. All right, and so then I talked about this in a video a couple weeks ago when I did my favorite old school death metal 90s demos. I talked about this is how one of my favorites, but I didn't own a physical copy of it, and then I saw it was on Hell's Headbangers, so I grabbed it. Purtenance is a Vol'jin demo from 1991, was reissued and put on a 10-inch vinyl, which I don't normally buy a whole lot, but I really wanted to own a physical copy of this, by Extreme Music, which, as you know, used to be Drowned Productions back in the day, and now it's Extreme Music. So I finally grabbed this, and if you're looking for a physical copy of this, of course I would prefer the cassette tape, because that's how I collect my demos. But if you're looking for this, Hell's Headbangers had it in stock still, and it's just simply one of the best demos to ever be put out in the history of death metal. So here we go. Here's the cassette tape J cards right there, and then on the back is a really nice collage of the band and some more cassette tape J card goodness. The other looks like, oh, this was the rehearsal or something like that. Nice. Yeah, so pretty cool. And then I don't know the limitation on this or how many color variants they put out. It looks like it was 10 inches of Death Cult, Extreme Cult series. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I'm going to have to go look and see what else they put out under this series, because I bet there's a bunch of stuff I want. I don't normally collect 10 inches, but this one I had to get, and it's this color. I'm not the biggest fan of white vinyl, but the black splatter looks cool at least. Again, I don't know if it came in other colors or anything like that, because I got it through Hells, and this is just what they had in their distro. So, but yeah, so I finally snagged this. I'm super pumped that I have it, but I am hunting a cassette tape version, even if it's a tape trader bootleg. I don't care. I do want it on cassette tape just for that collecting purpose, because that's how I pretty much have most of my other 90s demos. And like I said, I rarely ever collect 10 inches, but this one was 10-inch worthy to be in my collection. So yeah, Purtenance Evulsion. Okay, 3 more. Sorry, I got a text. Anyway, next up, we don't need to talk too much about this. We all know this album. The new Innumerable Forms is finally out. Pain Effulgence. I did a review of this on my site, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. You can just go over there and read more about what I have to think about this, but this is one of the best releases to come out this year. Death Doom band out of the US. This is their 3rd full-length album. Their last one, Philosophical Collapse, came out in 2022. I wasn't the biggest fan of that album. It wasn't one that I listened to a ton when it first came out. It's definitely grown on me over the years, that's for sure, since it's been out. But I really do love their first full-length, Punishment in Flesh. That was so good, and that was back out in 2018 when that came out. I've always preferred that one just a little bit more, but this one is by far now it's my favorite one of the 3 that they have out. So Profound Lore, really nice embossing, spot gloss of their logo there. As far as I know, these are still available. I doubt that they've sold out. There's also a cassette tape and a CD version. It's got that black flooding on the inside, and it comes with a bunch of goodies, including a digital code, which you guys can have. there you go. Like I said, if you come back 5 years from now, it's probably claimed. I'm not gonna edit it out. So, but yeah. So it also comes with a huge ass poster, which I thought was pretty cool. I feel like Profound Lore doesn't do the big ass posters as often. It's the album cover and then like this, the like track listing and then a picture of the band. So pretty cool. I don't think I'll hang this anywhere, but nice little additional bonus. Some sleeve candy is what I like to call it, or jacket candy. Easy to fold back up too. And then it also came with like 8x10 or whatever this is called, Xerox copied like inner sheet, which I thought was pretty cool, pretty different touch there for this album. But yeah, Death Doom Masters here. This definitely one of the best albums to come out this year. I've been playing this a ton, and it's not so much doominess that like Funeral Doom, so it doesn't go into that. It definitely has its very slow moments, that's for sure, but it is crushingly heavy. Great guitar riffs at times. It's very, it's crushing. Like I said, I wrote a review about this on my site, so I'll link in the description so you can go read it. And then this is the color that I got. It's like this creamy light blue, iridescent. There was also classic black, and I think these were the only two versions of it. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is still available. I don't think that they've sold out. Actually, I don't know. Profound Lore is interesting. They either completely sell out like as soon as pre-orders go up, or it stays around for a while after release and then they sell out. But they're really good about reissuing their stuff as soon as it sells out. And they finally got around to reissuing the Pissgrave albums, which had been years. So, yeah, Iridescent White Blue is what that's called. So, yeah, Innumerable Forms. Oh, so good. So good. Oh, all right. And then two other ones that I picked up off of Rotter Records, which is here in Florida, down in the Miami area. I haven't bought from him in a while, and I went over there and I saw that he had these two records on sale for like $15, and I was like, well, that's a steal. I'm gonna buy these. I actually own these on other formats, but I wanted to get these on vinyl. Like I said, $15. You cannot beat that. So I don't know if I've ever really talked about this band down here. I'm surprised I haven't, because their full length Towards the Megalith is one of my all-time favorite death metal albums. But what I'm talking about is Disma. This is their newest EP from 2022 called Earthendium. And I had this on CD. I got it through Roy from Necroharmonic a while back. But yeah, so this was on Rotter Records, and I know that him and Roy go back and forth, and they trade, and they do a lot of things, and they do co-releases together. So this is a Necroharmonic release that was put out back in 2022. Roy has a ton of these on Death Metal Podcast, Necroharmonic's websites, so if you're looking for this, I'm pretty sure he has like every color still available. But yeah, really good EP. This was limited to 333, and I got number 36. So there's the animal barking. I was waiting. My neighbor is outside with her little yappy dog, and it's barking, so of course they're barking at it now. So yeah, death metal band, legendary, I would say, a death metal band. If you're not familiar with Disma, I'd be surprised if you're on this channel and you didn't know who Disma are. But this is Craig, who used to be in Incantation. Craig's Incantation albums that he was on were some of pretty much my favorites in their discography. Yeah, I'm just not gonna lie. Like, I think I prefer them over. I love John McEntee. Like, don't get me wrong, I think he's incredible. But Mortal Throne of Nazarene is like one of my all-time favorite Incantation albums, and Craig was on that album. And then Upon the Throne of Apocalypse, which is like, I always say is like my favorite Incantation album. So yeah, anyway, this is Craig's other band, Disma. He is amazing vocalist, and these things are so crushingly good. So like I said, this came out in 2022. This is the last that they've released anything. I don't know how active this band is right now, or if they're in the works of making any new music. But I finally just, like I said, $15. I had to grab this on on vinyl. Like, come on, you couldn't make that up. Also, Bill is from Incantation, is also in Disma on this. He used to be in Incantation, and then Chris the drummer is from Altar of Gore for when he plays live with him. Mausoleum, which is a fucking amazing band too. Blasphematory, yeah, awesome stuff. So yeah, this came in several different color copies. I just got whatever Rotter had on their distro, which goes well with the album cover. And I'm pretty sure there's black and a couple of other, but like I said, Roy from Necroharmonic and Death Metal Podcast has all of these on his site too. So I'll link where you can buy these. If Rotter still has them up for sale, I'll put the link up where I got it too. Just awesome EP. I meant to see, I forgot who did the artwork. Cover artwork is done by Ola Larson. Sorry, the font is kind of weird to read. So yeah, there you go. So I picked this one up, and then, like I said, $15. I was like, well, I'm gonna grab this one too because he had it as well, and I've never owned this one physically, so I picked up the Vault of Membros, the other Disma album that he had. This is their demo, Jesus, from 2009. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. I think this was this also pressed on a 7-inch? I feel like it was. I don't know. But this is put out by Dementia Records. So yeah. And what else was I going to say about this? I can't remember what else I was going to say. But it comes in a nice, really thick printed inner sleeve. I have to change the jackets out of the records. I ran out of my, but it comes on this, and I love this. This is like one of my favorite vinyl colors. Oh, I love that green. It looks so good. So demo from 2009. Good stuff. So yeah, like I said, I've never owned this physical format of it before. I've heard it 100 times, but I feel like they also pressed this on 7-inch too. And I've had this in carts several times whenever I saw it on a distro, and then just never bit the bullet. Like I said, $15. Rotter Records, couldn't be beat. Had to snag this. So now I need to get towards the Megalith, which is, like I said, one of my all-time favorite death metal albums. I do have over here, if I can get it. Oh my god. I really need to clean up my CDs, guys. My CDs are all over the damn place, but I do have it on CD. It's the slipcase version that was put out by Old Shadow Records. So yeah, this is one of my all-time favorite death metal albums, which I'm going to make that video probably either this week or next. I can't remember. Planning on doing that. So yep, that's all that I have. Hope you guys are having a great week. Happy Tuesday, and I will see you in the next one.